Just our overall intensity, our overall energy level has to pick up. They did some good things last night, but we did some things that helped that. They played extremely well, but we got to play our game and pick our energy level up and just play harder.
What was the reason for some of their completions, or how successful they were inside the paint under the rim?
Well, I think the way they shot the three ball in the first couple rounds, it kind of made us a little bit nervous, and we kind of didn't help each other as much as we could have. With them having the floor so spread out. I think they got. And had like 9 dunks and so many countless of layups, but it's just an adjustment. It's an adjustment. That's why it's the playoffs. Every game's a different game, and game 2 will be a completely different game.
You guys are 6-0 after losses. What's the strength of this team in adjustments? What have you noticed?
Just we figure out that we got to play harder, and like last night, we just didn't play at our highest level, and they played at a high level, and we just didn't match the level that they played at.
Yesterday was
kind of above the team they were in the regular season. Did you sense and feel an approach or an energy?
No, they're playing a championship level right now. They're playing very well. LeBron's playing like LeBron. Kyrie's playing like Kyrie, and their bench played extremely well last night. So we just got to figure it out and match it, and just go out there and do the things that we do.
Yesterday was the first time that neither you or DeMar attempted a free throw. Was that more on what they did defensively, or more on?
We got to be more aggressive. Simple as that. We got to be more aggressive in taking it to the basket and just being us. We get the calls, we get the calls. If not, we got to go to score to finish the ball.
Sai said he saw something in the players' eyes when he got here today. Something he knew. He said this team's a resilient team. Is there something? Is there a fire right now?
Man, it's always a fire to get your ass kicked like that. You can't. You gotta want to win. We want to win. We didn't just get here to be like, oh, okay. We want to win games. We want to compete. Our competitive nature as the NBA players, as professionals, is going to be at a high level.
What can you identify that you've been able to do differently in the previous game twos?
I think every game 1 so far, we've just come out a little bit sluggish and lackadaisical and trying to feel our ways into the game. We started the game off well, and then kind of the wheels came off. Started the second quarter, ended the first, started the second. So we've been able to just kind of sustain our energy, from first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter to in game 2s, and be able to just keep creating and being us.
They've made a change right before the playoffs, which is keeping LeBron in with the second unit to start the second quarter. Have you guys discussed trying to match that or trying to do something different with your rotation?
Well, I think that I think yesterday we couldn't get our substitution in early enough. Corey was at the table at 3-minute mark to get me, and so I think we'll figure it out to have one of us on the floor, me or DeMar on the floor tomorrow.
Kyle, because it was so lopsided and because it's LeBron and all of that, is there a different feel today after a Game 1 loss and there wasn't those other Game 1 losses?
No, I think it's just a loss that you gotta. We definitely feel like, all right, we could have played better. And after every Game 1 loss so far, even throughout the season, we always feel like we could have played better. So now we just have to play better, and that's what we have to do.
Kyle, you generally took away the 3 from them last night, but they got what they wanted. Is that something to switch up, or what do you do differently?
We make adjustments and figure it out. Communication. Scramble a little bit more, make sure that even if we give up a couple extra threes, we help each other a lot more. And I think it's more the communication part, not being afraid to, X out and scramble and do the things that we've done all year.
What was their defense on your perimeter game like? Not just you specifically, but I think you were 5 of 24 from 3 or something.
They did a good job of showing hard and getting to our shooters, and then they do a good job of collapsing. And once they collapse, you got to find that open man. And that's one thing we've seen on film that they do well is collapse, and then you got LeBron playing free safety out there, so it makes a lot of passes a lot more dangerous.
Then did you notice them trying to get the ball out of your hands, trying to trap?
I think it was more showing it and getting the ball to, letting, our other bigs be open and make the play through the other side. They're not letting us play on one side. They want us to kind of go on one side, and then once they get on the other side, then load all the way up. So we've seen some things that we could do to help us, though.